Betelgeuse might sound a bit strange at first, but it's a star that has fascinated both ancient civilizations and modern astronomers alike. Located at the shoulder of the Orion constellation, this massive red supergiant star has been the subject of scientific fascination and mystery for decades. Right now, Betelgeuse is acting in ways that are making us rethink how stars live and die. Some think we might be on the verge of seeing one of the most dramatic and spectacular events in our galaxy, a supernova. Recent observations have revealed something pretty extraordinary. Betelgeuse has suddenly become 250% brighter, which has left scientists scratching their heads. Is it really on the brink of exploding into a supernova, or is there something else going on inside this massive star? Join us as we look at the latest discoveries, theories, and mysteries surrounding Betelgeuse and what its unpredictable behavior could mean for the future of astronomy. Betelgeuse, which is about 650 light-years away from Earth, is one of the most easily recognizable stars in the night sky. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant, which means it's much larger than our Sun. In fact, if Betelgeuse were placed at the center of our solar system, its surface would extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter. Given its massive size, Betelgeuse is an ideal candidate for studying the life cycles of stars. Red supergiants like Betelgeuse are nearing the end of their lives. They're running out of fuel and will eventually explode in a supernova. Betelgeuse has been showing a regular pattern of brightness changes for years. It dims and brightens every 400 days or so. This makes it a great example of what astronomers call a semi-regular variable star, which just means its brightness can change over time. But what's got scientists talking lately is how quickly these changes are happening. Since 2019, Betelgeuse has been acting in ways that are difficult to predict. Its brightness has been increasing and decreasing in ways that have never been seen before. These sudden changes have led some to believe that Betelgeuse might be gearing up for its grand finale. Betelgeuse went through something called the Great Dimming back in late 2019 and early 2020. For several months, the star's brightness dropped by an astonishing 60%. This led many to believe that Betelgeuse was on the verge of going supernova. However, by mid-2020, the star's brightness had returned to normal levels, leaving scientists puzzled as to what had caused this dramatic dimming event. Was this a sign that the star was about to explode, or was there another explanation? It seems that Betelgeuse's great dimming was probably down to a number of different factors. It seems that a big eruption on the star's surface sent a cloud of dust into space, which then blocked some of the light coming from the star, making it look dimmer from our perspective. At the same time, Betelgeuse's natural pulsations, caused by the expansion and contraction of its outer layers, were also contributing to the dimming effect. The combination of a surface mass ejection and regular pulsations created the dramatic decrease in brightness that left astronomers around the world amazed. But just as Betelgeuse returned to normal, there was another surprise in store. In 2023, astronomers noticed that the star had suddenly become a lot brighter, reaching levels 250% brighter than usual. This sudden increase in brightness has got people wondering what's going to happen next, and whether it could be a sign that Betelgeuse is about to explode as a supernova. To get to grips with what's going on with Betelgeuse, we first need to look at the life cycle of a star. Stars like Betelgeuse are born from clouds of gas and dust, and as they evolve, they go through several phases. Betelgeuse is currently in the final stages of its life, having already burned through most of its hydrogen fuel. It's now fusing heavier elements like helium, and eventually it will begin fusing carbon and oxygen. Once it runs out of fuel completely, its core will collapse under the force of its own gravity, leading to a supernova explosion. This is what scientists think will eventually happen to Betelgeuse, but the big question is when. Some experts think Betelgeuse could go supernova within the next few thousand years, while others suggest it could take as long as 100,000 years before the star finally explodes. It's also possible that Betelgeuse has already exploded and we just haven't seen it yet. Since it's 650 light-years away, any changes we observe today actually happened 650 years ago. So, while we don't know exactly when Betelgeuse will explode, we know it's only a matter of time. However, Recent studies have brought up some new possibilities about what might happen to Betelgeuse. A new study released in 2023 suggests that Betelgeuse may be more advanced than we thought. The latest research suggests that Betelgeuse could be nearing the end of its carbon-burning phase, which would mean that a supernova could happen within just a few decades. This is a pretty astonishing claim, and while it's not yet widely accepted within the scientific community, it has certainly added to the excitement surrounding the star's unpredictable behavior. So, what would happen if Betelgeuse did go supernova during our lifetime? It's important to understand that Betelgeuse is far enough away from Earth that its explosion wouldn't pose any danger to us. The star is about 650 light-years away, so even though its supernova would be really bright, the radiation and debris from the explosion wouldn't harm our planet. However, it would be an amazing sight to see. If Betelgeuse were to explode, it would become the brightest thing in the night sky, even brighter than the moon. For several weeks, the supernova would be visible during the day, and at night, it would cast shadows on the ground. Astronomers reckon that Betelgeuse's supernova could be as bright as a quarter or even half of a full moon, concentrated into a single point of light. This would be a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle, one that would be impossible to miss. As the supernova fades over the course of several months, scientists will have a rare chance to study the aftermath of the explosion in great detail. The debris from the explosion would spread out into space, creating a nebula that could be visible for thousands of years. And while Betelgeuse's supernova would be a big deal for astronomers, it would also have a significant impact on our understanding of the universe. Studying the light and particles emitted during the explosion could help scientists gain new insights into how stars evolve and die, and how supernovae contribute to the formation of new stars and planets. But even though Betelgeuse is a bit of a wild card, it's worth remembering that predicting when a star will go supernova is really tough. While the recent increase in brightness is certainly unusual, it doesn't necessarily mean that the star is about to explode. It's worth noting that stars can exhibit strange behavior for centuries before they finally go supernova. There's a chance that Betelgeuse could continue fluctuating in brightness for thousands of years before it reaches the end of its life. One thing we do know is that Betelgeuse is giving scientists a unique chance to study a star in its final stages of evolution. By looking at how bright it is, how hot it is, and what it's made of, astronomers are learning more about what goes on inside red supergiants and how these massive stars eventually explode. And as technology gets better, we're likely to find out even more secrets about Betelgeuse and other stars like it. Betelgeuse's recent behavior might seem a bit unusual, but it's a good reminder of the vast and unpredictable nature of the universe. Stars like Betelgeuse live fast and die young, and when they do, it's one of the most spectacular events in the cosmos. While we don't know exactly when Betelgeuse will go supernova, we can be sure that when it does, it will be an event that captivates the entire world. The mystery of Betelgeuse continues to unfold, and as we look up at the night sky, we can't help but wonder what secrets this giant star still holds. It could be tomorrow, it could be next year, or it could be 1,000 years from now. But one day Betelgeuse will explode. When that day comes, it will forever change our understanding of the universe. The trajectory of Betelgeuse serves to illustrate the transitory nature of stellar phenomena and the immense scale of temporal and spatial dimensions. Although it may take thousands of years for us to observe the full extent of Betelgeuse's supernova, the fact that we are able to witness its life cycle and changes in real time is a remarkable phenomenon in itself. As we await further developments, we are observing a historical event, not only the star's present state, but also its distant past. This provides a 650-year-old insight into the cosmic processes of creation and destruction. Betelgeuse demonstrates that while the universe operates on scales far beyond human lifetimes, our curiosity and desire to understand it can span the stars themselves.